What's up, guys? Gold Gaming here, back with some more replays for you. So today I am going to be doing something different, and by that it's going to be a kind of like, well, I don't want to say an how to play Blitz series, but it's going to be kind of like that. I'm going to take any good replays I get, and if I feel like I can, teach something about it, then I will. And by all means, I am like not a excellent player. I'm more average than anything else, but I can still have, I still have really good games. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I have three consecutive replays that I did. They're all from me, and I'm just going to highlight a couple of things about, possibly things to think about when playing that will help you take you to the win. So before we actually start this video, I do want to go ahead and say, if you want to send me any replays, feel free to hit that link in the description, as well as that will take you to my Discord server that you can post any replays in the respective channel, as well as an email that will allow you to send me any replays you get, and of course with a short description, and we'll see if we get them onto the channel. Alright, let's get to this replay here. So, as we can go ahead and see, I am on, forgot the name of this map, I'm so sorry. In one of my videos that I have done, I said there's a position on this map that is very important if you want to hold map control, and that is the B cap area, if you're going to go ahead and see. I'm in my Vickers Light, and I'm going Vickers Light, which is the best spotter in the entire game. It has the farthest view range of any tank. So you can see, I can spot all these heavy tanks before they'll see me. I go ahead and put a shot into the T-54. I bounce one tank destroyer, and I pull back. If you do not hold this position, you are most likely going to lose, and I guarantee it. Any good player will sell you that. You see, I went ahead and got a nice shot into the side, again looking for shots. Now if you notice, two heavies are in this area, and I just got shot by the FV over there. So you can automatically assume that the entire enemy team has gone to our right. So in order to adjust for that situation, I have pulled to the other side of the map. Yes, I have taken quite a lot of damage, but that does not mean I'm done. I just gotta play a little more careful, which I should have done from the very beginning. Again, constantly looking for shots, and if you look at the minimap, my team is pretty much behind me. So I am spotting these three tanks right here for my team, who are just now pushing around. If I go ahead and pause it here, we can see the Chieftain just went unspotted. We got the M103, and A cap has been capped. So we can automatically assume that we're going to have enemy tanks are going to start pulling across that side over there on the ridge. If we go ahead and turn the camera around, if you see, my team is completely scattered around. We got our two tank destroyers back there, our Yak Tiger is just now waking up, and we got the AMX 5120 and our Leopard PTA who are flanking around. We go ahead and get back. See, just as I said, there's the FE 4005. I'm trying to look for shots. Unfortunately, dunked that one into the bridge. And if you see right here, I'm being very careful, going forward to see if I can spot the M103. And also, if you look over to my right, I'm getting a lot of assistant damage. I do fail HE, the FE, and then, as you can see, I do bounce him on my gun handles, and I do take another shot. The Chieftain failed HE me. So now I have to be extremely careful as they just got a sneeze in my direction and I'm done. If you go ahead and look, I'm going to pause it again. Okay, let's get out of the aim review. Get another shot into the side. Alright, here we go. So now if we look, we got our Badger that is pulled up right behind me. He is giving me support. We got our Waffle over there that is providing support for our Badger, and the three tanks that are also flanking over there, the 54, SU, and the OBJ. And then if you look again, the enemy Meal 2 has just now been spotted. So that means our Leopard PTA and AMX can get shots on the enemy Emil. So we're just going to go ahead and pull back. Again, I'm keeping this Chieftain and the Emil spotted. Pulling forward. Just because you are low hit points doesn't mean you can't do anything. As you can see, I do get a very lucky shot into the right below the turret on the M103 and take him out of the game. Unfortunately, I do pull forward a little too far and I do get hit. But we can go ahead and start spectating. Our Badger here is covering the side of the flank. We do not have to worry about the Chieftain because he is now pulling around to take care of the Badger. Our Waffle is trying to take care of that Emil, as he just got HE'd, and our Leopard 1 and AMX are pushing around to the flank. So we can go ahead and say that because of the position of our team and the assistance I put in, that we are going to win this battle, even though I didn't survive. And hopefully, does take out the OBJ right there. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end this replay as nothing else happens, and we do actually win. And yeah, that was a third class. I only did 4,000 damage. So you see, I got patrol duty, and I got scout because I spotted most of the enemies and held them open, as well as assistant damage. Alrighty, we are on Falls Creek now, and the thing to highlight in this position, in this game, is the positions I take. Now, any sensible YouTuber, let me go ahead and pause it, any sensible YouTuber will say, if the majority of your team are going one direction, go with them. But if we go ahead and look at our lineup here, we've got on our team the FE 215, we got a Kronwagen, me and the Object 140, 121, IS-8, and 704, and of course the 95. The 95, the FV, the Kronwagen, and the IS-8s are going to be the tanks that are likely going to take positions towards C. In theory, me and the WZ would pull around to A. Now, if we look at the enemy's lineup, they got the 121, E100, the FV, Leopard 1, Yag Tiger, and the KPF and the OBJ. In theory, their 121 and Leopard 1 are likely going to push towards ACAP over there. So it would be a slightly armor tank 121 versus us, as well as Leopard, which doesn't have much armor. The tanks that are going to likely flank or take up the CCAP are going to be the KPF and the E100. So we technically would win that flank. So let's go ahead and get back to the actual video. So as you obviously can see, our 121 has forfeited, but I have the support of the IS-8, which is all I need. All I need is the support of one tank if I get pushed, because I can pull back to his position and we can deal damage together. So we're going to go ahead and pull up to the ACAP side of the map, and try to get any early shots in that we can. Now, if you go ahead and look, we already have the KPF and the Object 704 who is spotted on the CCAP flank. Our team has pushed down into the CCAP and is starting to cap it. The fact that no one has been spotted on this side of the map means I am safe to take this position, or to start capping. The reason why I'm angling my tank here is because it maximizes the chance of bouncing anything with those odd angles and stuff. So that's why I had that position, just in case someone pulled around the corner to hit me. And there we go, look right there. Both medium tanks are at CCAP. So that means I can use the great mobility of the 140 and the excellent terrain reverse to put on a nice flank. Also, if you look at the mini-map near BCAP, we got a tank destroyer, I believe it's the Object 704 and the IS-8 that are holding the middle of the map. Those were my supports should the mediums actually flank. So, as you go ahead and see, I am going to start putting some damage in. I've created a crossfire between the KPF and any other tanks. I have literally forced this KPF to pull forward, and he's about to start getting hit by the enemy team, right there. By doing this, by pulling forward to this position, I forced him to move so he would start getting hit. Our 7-4 has been spotted, so I'm going to, of course, put damage in. This forces him to move as well. Get another shot in. And one more shot, and then I pull back before I get shot. So right here, I should have waited a little bit longer, so I thought I would have been unspotted, but it won't matter too much. I go ahead and drop that adrenaline and start putting some damage in before take him out before he has a chance to hit me. As you go ahead and see, because of my flank and pushing that KPF forward, that means there's one less tank that's hauled down. So our team is able to push up effectively and take out some enemy tanks. All that's left now is a 4 versus 3. I go ahead and put another shot into this E100, bring him down to 1 shot, and then I make the absolute mistake of not aiming there, and I bounce that shot. And now I have the chance to kill him. If I killed him a little earlier, then I would have been able to move forward and not get hit by this FV. But I don't get a chance to get up behind this ridge, and the IS-8 does take out the 121. He does apologize, and shout out to him. I was not expecting him to do that, but I said you good, and because of the push I made, this was a win. As you can see, I did end on a 2nd class. I only did 3.2k damage, made 1,000 credits, so not too special. And let's get on to the last replay. Alrighty, last replay is going to be on Faust. Of course, I'm in my T22 medium, probably one of my favorite tanks, alongside the Leopard and the E3. So you go ahead and see, by our lineup, we have more heavies, and the enemy has more mediums / light tanks. I do have the full support of. I do have support behind me, so this means I'm able to take a slightly more aggressive position. Enemy 121 has been spotted, and there goes the Sheridan. So the gun depression is a little whack on this thing. If you can get to this spot, you are able to get the gun down. If you pull up any further, you won't be able to, which is a little bit weird on this map. So I do ahead and put 2 shots in. I pull back. Thankfully, he misses the missile, and he's hiding behind the cover like a coward. You go ahead and see the 121B has been respotted again, and that gives me the chance to use the very troll armor of this thing and get down there to start putting this 5.8 second reload to use. I do miss that shot, so I do come down and put a little bit of random damage in. Hit him in the side. Our 121 puts him down to 1 shots. If I hit that shot, I would have been able to save our 121, but, gotta get those angles. I do take out the 121B, and now all that's left now is this Jagdtiger, E75, and Object 140. I do bounce a shot from the Jagdtiger and the E75. And then I do take a shot to put another shot in. So now, let's go ahead and pause it here. Give it a sec. Here we go. Alright. Let me wait till I get out of the aim. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're at right now. If you look at the mini-map, our entire team is on this side of the flank. The entire enemy team is on this side of the flank. Up at the top, we got the Sheridan, of course. We got this Jagdtiger. We got the E75, and then the Object 140, who's pulling around over there. Let me see. We got our E5, who is pulling up and around. He's going to give me some support when I make my play. If you go and look to our right, we got our OBJ, who's coming down here, and we got the FE215B pulling around towards the Sheridan up top, Then we got our Waffle, who is providing some supports. Pretty standard lineup if you're looking at it from just a normal perspective. You do get another shot into the Yag Tiger to allow someone else to take him out. The F-215B. You can hear the missile flying over. Now, this is where I make a choice. Do I go for the Object 140 or the Sheridan? Now, if we go ahead and put it down, the Sheridan has just shot. So that means I have roughly 13 seconds or so to try to take him out. He is a potential one-shot if I high roll. And then we got the 140 over there, who is a fairly dangerous target, as well as the E-75, who has just gone unspotted. So in this decision, I of course go for probably the slightly more dangerous target for that Alpha, which is the 140. I do unfortunately miss that shot, but I do hit him, and I do take a shot, and he is taken out. All that's left now is this E-75. I do take another shot, I track him in place, and I move forward. I do get hit by the 140. But by distracting the Sheridan and taking that shot, that means, well, I guess it really didn't matter in this situation because we have a very full team. Of course, it comes down to just taking out the 140. But the push that I made at the beginning, up against that 140, not 140, the 121B was probably the best thing to do instead of engaging that Sheridan who was pushed around up on that top side. So you can see, nothing special. It was another win. I got a 3rd class and only did a 2.8k damage. Again, nothing too special. Alrighty guys, if you like this video, go ahead and drop a like and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified when I upload in the future. If you liked what I did, kind of explaining thought processes and key positions to take and all that from my experience of the game, let me know in the comment section, or if I missed anything or messed anything up, also tell me in the comment section. I'm willing to take any advice or complaints or whatnot. If you want to see more of this, I will be posting more. Hopefully I'll be able to use more replays from other people, and as well as tournament stuff as well, which I do plan to try to do when we do training rooms and stuff. Any other suggestions, of course, for the channel, I will be willing to take. We already have some ideas in my clan that we're going to try to do in the future. We'll see if we get some videos on those. But we'll see where that goes. Until next time, we'll see you on the battlefield.